Okay, hi guys, how you all doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're having a great week so far. Today is Friday. Just want to talk about something that it's so important. You understand? Yeah, I know when I talked about the time frame alignment, I said it was so important. Every topic that I'm gonna give to you and the way I narrate them to you, it's so important. I'm telling you the truth because from one of the psychology stuff that I listened to way back, it says that, sorry, when I say way back, it sounds like many years ago, just a few months back. It says like the whatever it's in our mind, right? This market that we see like this, it's how we create it that it will work for us. You understand? Let's say we take out everything like this. We take out everything, right? It depends on what you put is what you put in. See, I don't have like the exact definition for this, but as time goes by, as I explain this topic and many other topic, you understand what I mean. But it's the image that you create in your head. That's what you're gonna trade, right? That's why people put all this to trade that image in their head. You understand? So if you don't really put it the way you were designed to put it, that's when you have you that's when you quit trading. Let me just put it like that. That's when you will quit because it's not working for you. You understand? You have to keep it very simple. Very simple. Don't don't break those rules. You understand? Don't break those rules that you've created. Okay, let me not go too deep into this psychology thing that I'm trying to create in your head, but what's liquidity? What do you understand as liquidity? You understand liquidity as, oh, that's where my stop loss is, and that's where your stop loss is. That makes sense. You understand? That makes sense. But me, I see liquidity as where price is likely to reach to. You understand? Where price is likely to reach to. You understand? And if price reach to those areas, it's likely to reverse to. You understand? So if you picture it like that in your head, you should take trade from where there is liquidity, right? Never thought about that? Take trades where there is liquidity if you can identify liquidity like this. So those are the two areas where you want to be taking your trades from. You understand? So that is how I see liquidity. That is how I paint it in my head. You understand? That is how I paint it in my head. If it sounds weird to you, I don't know. But if you can picture it maybe some other way in your head, then it will work for you. But if you picture it like that in your head and it doesn't work for you, that means you didn't do it correctly. You understand? You have to get back to the drawing board and do it correctly. You understand? And if you're able to identify liquidity, which liquidity do you want to be trading off from? Because of course you're not going to be trading off from the two of them. You're trying to be greedy now, and the market doesn't like greedy traders. That's the thing. It doesn't like greedy traders. You understand? Don't be greedy. Choose one. Which one do you want to trade off from? Of course, when you choose the other one that it's not the right one, that is when you want to try the other one too. And I'm trying to make it easier for you now. You have to choose this. Sorry, you have to choose the internal, right? Trade off the internal liquidity when you already identify your order flow. You understand? So this is how I identify liquidity, as simple as short. So of course you were gonna say, won't I show you on the chart? I will get to that. I will get to that and show you on the chart. This is what we were taught, right? Reason why there's nothing that you will see now that I will show you or that I will teach you that you've not seen in the market. Just that you're not trying to keep it the way it's supposed to be kept, right? You're not trying to keep it the way you saw it. You want to change it, do it this, do it that. No matter what strategy you trade, if you cannot identify the internal or external, it might not be called internal or external on the strategy that you trade. You understand? But if you cannot identify these two areas, I don't know. It's gonna be difficult for you trading, honestly. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult. Even those that trade support and resistance, right? They're able to identify it, but in a different way. The successful ones, You understand? Identifying a different way, call it something else, which I don't know, but you see them take good trades. So these are the areas where I want to be looking for my entries also, because it's a liquidity doesn't mean once you get to liquidity I should run away. I should stay away so it won't take me out. No, you wait for liquidity to get swept, then change direction, then you take your trade. When it goes to internal liquidity also, the same thing. You wait, price will change direction, then you take your trade. It's as simple as that. Nothing else you need, honestly. Identify your order flow, liquidity, your targets, entry, that's all. You understand? Where will you be targeting again? You'll be targeting the next liquidity. That's all. Price go from one liquidity to another liquidity. So let me show you what I wanted to show you. So price goes from internal liquidity to external, right? So where do we find those internal liquidities? Where do we find those internal liquidities? We find those internal liquidities. Those are like your order blocks, your fair value gaps, your imbalance, whatever you call it, maybe your support, your, I don't know, anything that you call it, you understand? As long as it's inside, you understand? Those are your internal liquidity, you understand? So, where do you find your external? These are your external liquidity, right? So, when price go from internal, I keep repeating it many times. When price go from internal, it goes to external. You understand? From internal to external. That is how price moves. Even if price decide to reverse, right? Let me show you this again. Even if price decide to reverse, it's going again from where? It's going from this external. It disrespected internal, then moved here, and to still start doing the same thing again. So it's left for you to identify your internal and external. Of course, when they were teaching us all this, they were drawing all these things. Price never moved so perfectly like this. You understand? But if you're able to identify your internal structure and your external structure, then you will see the picture like this. You understand? You will see it like this. But of course, you won't see it exactly like this, but you will start seeing it like this. Believe that it's like this. You understand? But we can never see it like this if you don't understand it. Just some weird things, weird way of explaining this, but it's the way it is in my head. You understand? It's the way it is in my head, and it's working for me. So with all this, you know when to stay away, because let's say your plans, of course, are to take trade from internal structure, right? So you always wait for price to get to internal structure before you take your trade. If it doesn't get there, you don't take trade, you stay away, because it must get there. And it will get there at the right time, and it's gonna move quick. It's gonna move quick because you're going with the order flow, right? So I'm gonna talk about order flow in another video, because I still have a lot of things to talk about. So let me show you something on the real chart. I'm gonna use like a live example, like what's happening on the NASDAQ right now and where you shouldn't be finding yourself taking trades. Okay, so this is 1 hour order flow. Okay, 1 hour order flow. What do you see happening here? Let's use this. So price move from internal to external, right? To external. So let's say if this was a higher time frame, where do you want to be taking your buys from? From this, once price take out the external, because we're gonna get into entries and time. I talked about time frame alignment on the other video. So yeah, so let's say this is high time frame, high time frame. You see your confirmation, you take a buy, right? But of course, you're not gonna take a buy. But I'm just trying to paint something in your head. This is where you will get a pullback, right? So once the external get taken out, it moves to internal. Right? Where was the internal here that it came to? This was the internal here. There was something here it pushed up to. And as soon as it disrespected this one internal, price already start changing. You understand? Because that's showing you that momentum has changed. So these are liquid. Price always chase liquidity. That's all what all price does. It chases liquidity. You chase it. Get drawn to liquidity. That's all. That's all price does. Doesn't do any other thing. It's not taking you out. It's not thinking, oh, it's coming to my stop loss. It doesn't know where your stop loss is. You're the one that placed your stop loss there. We're still gonna talk about our stop loss things later on. but if you understand this, you know that you don't even need to place, like, looking for where to place stop loss. This is your stop loss here, because you know that once price pass here, then you're invalid. It's invalid. What you thought happened is invalid. You don't even have to stress over it, because you know you wait for structure again. Once you catch that big one, you know what your target is gonna be. Your target is gonna be so high. I will still show you all those things. You understand, in many other topics, how you can target and get the real full targets. You know, because some traders text me like, oh, why did I take this trade and I closed so early and price moving and this took trade? Why didn't I? Because you took the trade at the wrong place. You understand? At the wrong place. You took it at the wrong place. Maybe that's why it took you out before continuing, or because you got freaked out and you closed. We're a human being. No, so I don't blame you, of course. Don't blame anyone. But if you're able to identify this, identify it on a higher time frame, identify it on a higher time frame, then you go on a lower time frame and look for your order flow and trade with that order flow, especially on 1 hour. I've been trading this buy here, sell here, right? And I know this is gonna be these targets. Even if it likes, you go back up, right? It's still gonna be these targets, right? So, but when it passes that, breaks those internal, I know that something is about to happen. Let me show you here. Okay, here price was coming down here. It disrespected this, right? Wasn't this the internal structure? Yeah, it disrespected it. What happened next? Everything changed. It started going up. Go back and look at this. This is what you see always, okay? This is what you see always, but because you don't want to keep it simple, that's why you get lost in it. You understand? This was the internal, okay? This was the external here. All right, price broke this, okay? Breakout structure to the upside. Oh, we're gonna pull back, we're gonna go back up. No, but we will know that it's gonna break this. Why? Because of where it is at on the higher time frame. Let me show you higher time frame. Okay, go to higher time frame now. On the daily, that candle, that was this. Okay, we took out external and we got the confirmation on a lower time frame that we're doing what? We're going for internal. It's as easy as that, time frame alignment. So this is how I understand liquidity. All right, I know many teachers or many listeners will tell you that, okay, liquidity are the highs. They say this is the liquidity, this is the liquidity. So boring, man. Liquidity, 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 liquidity. Then you'll be looking for liquidity. I don't know, but this is how I was taught then. You understand? But you have to find this thing your own way. These are liquidity, liquidity. Yeah, these are all liquidity, but when do they become your targets that you really actually want to target? I'm not saying that price might not decide to go here. It might decide to go here, you understand? But that's when you stay away, because now price is doing what it's not in your trading plan. You stay away and let it do its thing. Trust me, after it does its thing, you'll catch the biggest trade. I'm telling you the truth. Because let's say maybe you marked out, you know that, okay, maybe you marked out this, or let's say you have this level here. Trust me, when price come, all right, maybe it come here, and it will pull back down, or it will continue up, or it will do something that you already have in your plan. You understand? So before I go too deep again, connecting to different topic, this is how I find my liquidity. All right, so I'm in this trade. I've been taking sells from here. You can see the way I'm marking out my charts, right? On the 1 hour. See the way I'm marking out my chart. I need to see that what I'm telling you is how I trade. There's no other way. That is how I trade. But of course, I'm still gonna show you entries and time to take entries. So when we took this buy here, right? When price came here, going up here, right? Do we expect to buy from here? You can be right. You can expect to buy from here. You can expect not to buy from there. Depending on what you're aligning with your thing, because you can't just take a buy off here. Okay, you can just take a buy off here. Why? Because price, it's coming from internal. You have to see where is it coming from. Not just because it broke this. Okay, remember we're trading high time frame, not just this time frame. I'm not just trading this time frame. It depends on what I see on higher time frame. Okay, I'm aligning it with daily. Okay, I'm aligning it with daily, then take entries on lower time frame. Right? Go watch my time frame alignments videos. You understand? So that is how I will know. Let's say if price has broken this level here, then maybe I could expect price to come to this internal before we sell. Right? So now we took out this and price dropped down, taking out the sell side, and so another topic that will make it sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity, but it's still sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity. That is the thing that I was talking about just now, right? You just mark out all the sell side, mark out all the buy side, and you end up at the end of the day don't know which one price is coming from. You understand? But if you put it this way, external and internal, you know which one price is going for. Doesn't that make it easier? Price went to okay, now this is my internal, right? On this 1 hour on NAS, this is my internal. I know that if price come to this and give me that respect that I'm looking for, I'm targeting this, or this, or this. So as easy as that. If price break this, I know that my plan is done. My plan for the week is done. Then I have to maybe take one day off, try to see what NAS really wants to do next. You understand? I'm not saying all these levels are not gonna break or they will all respect. They won't respect. They will not all respect. You understand? Don't always expect that. But when it respect, you know where it's going to next. You understand? So why am I targeting this low here? Because price came from this internal. So I need to target the external. No matter what price does here, no matter how it pulls back, I will take this ones. Okay, and we go down with it. So this is my explanation on liquidity. All right, I don't do buy side, I don't do sell side. I don't do buy side, I don't do sell side. But you can name them like that: sell side liquidity, so that someone will understand which one you're talking about. You understand? Let's say you say, oh, I'm taking trade from here and I'm targeting liquidity. Which liquidity are you targeting? The sell side liquidity. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I understand. You're targeting this liquidity, right? You're not targeting the buy side. But just labeling them buy side and sell side doesn't solve the problem. You need to know which one it's likely for price to go to because of what price did, because of where it's coming from. I think it's gonna go here. Okay, so I'm gonna take my trade and hold and see if it's really gonna get there. If it doesn't get there, fine. I pack my load, I leave. I come back tomorrow again. I do the same thing. It's high probability that it's gonna get there many times than it's not gonna get there. Understand? So that is what we're trading. We're trading for knowing how many times we're gonna be right and how many times we're not gonna be right. Okay, so with this way that I'm showing you as many times that you can be right. Right? So yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna make breakdown for NAS. This was actually a breakdown that I made on my YouTube. On my YouTube, where I mentioned that price is gonna react to this and drop down. Why do I know that? Because we took out a buy side, right? Price reversed back, displaced lower, and created that internal liquidity, and it took out external liquidity here, external liquidity. So what do you think it's going to do next? It will go here, then come back. It's as simple as that. You understand? So what I'm telling you works every time in the market. That is how this thing is being booked. Okay. So yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of the weekend, and we'll talk again very, very soon on another topic.